Well, good morning, everybody. We're back out here. Today, I am going to sheet that roof. Yeah, it's one of those projects I haven't been looking forward to, but it's got to get done. I put some boards at the bottom of the bottom there, so I could go ahead and have something for my sheets to sit on. It's a little trick I got right there. Now, just so you know, I'm working alone. I'm building this all by myself. I'm using only cordless tools, and we're in a dead of winter. So these are not ideal conditions. I don't have ideal tools, and I'm by myself. But we can get this done. Stay tuned. Follow along. Have a wonderful day. All right, Denny James Bond here. Let's go get it. I'm sheeting my roof with plywood. A lot of guys use OSB, you know, whatever your personal preference is. I kind of like sliding towards the plywood end of things, but some guys, they love OSB, works just as good. Actually, OSB is $10 a sheet cheaper. OSB is running about $11.95. The plywood is running $21.95. So depends on what your budget is, how big of a building you're doing. It's kind of small. I can go with the plywood. We're all good. Let's see. One side up, one side down. Put this side. All right, put this side down. What the heck? Look good. All right. Secure. Take this board off so I can see. Need some ammo. Out of ammo. Good. I gotta switch up these nails anyhow. On this project, I'm using ring shank nails. Say that real quick. And they're going to be 6 inches apart up the trusses. All right. All right. We'll space these 6 inches up the truss. want to do is I need to get up here a little higher so I can pull those trusses a little bit. What do? Get our board and put it. You know what I'm going to do? I don't want you guys trying this at home, so I'm going to do a little safe way to do this so you don't have to be dangerous like me. So on the back side here, I'm straightening up that back rafter slash truss level, and then I can pull my tape and make sure all my rafters are centered. This one, the 8-foot, is centered on the 8-foot truss. That's all good. I just want to make sure the 3 trusses on the inside of that 8-foot span, they are all correct. So when I go inside and do my work inside, everything comes up very nicely. Perfect spacing already. That's why it's important to start from the ground up, make sure everything is square and plumb, level. When you get up here, your life goes so much easier. All right, remember folks, every 6 inches. Perfect. Now I'm going to run my ladder on the inside, work from the inside here to line everything up. There you guys are. Howdy amigos. Well, like I said, I'm up here making sure my spaces are correct. Then when my next one comes on here, I'm going to cut in half. It's going to be a 4-footer. So with that being said, I'm going to want this, make sure this lines up 4 feet center of this rafter slash truss, whatever you want to call it. And I know already that down there is at 8 foot. I'm going to have to go over there and pull it over, it looks like. But right now, let's get these bad boys. We're right here. All right. All right, I'll push that one over here. Oh no! Man down. Here's a bad habit of mine. I like to be free of things on my clothing and everything. And I hate putting on my tool belt, but I gotta put on my tool belt. There we go. See, these kind of move around a little bit. You can work with them. Man, it's so beautiful out here. See that beautiful mountain over there? How can you beat this? Dead nuts. Pull it over here. Pull this one over here. good enough to go straight down the line here and nail these. That's what we need to do. The good thing about OSB is they have the lines on here for you, but I'll tell you what, for me they never line up even when my building's perfect. They're big thick lines. So you can either take and draw a line where all your rafters are, or you can eyeball it and hopefully hope for the best. But you want to make sure and hit these because those nails will work their way up if they're not in the plywood into your rafter. And if, like me, I'm going to put a metal roof on here. I don't want my nails shooting up through my metal roof. If you had asphalt shingles, you don't want those nails shooting up through your asphalt shingle. Again, if you do everything right the first time, you're going to be good to go. Let's see what I can do. Yeah. So when I'm working out here with you guys, I don't want to use any technical terms to throw anybody off. I'm going to speak with you as like one of my buddies or somebody that's never done construction before without all these big words, and I just like to show you how it's done. So there's a lot of pro ways to do this. I'm just doing it like, hey, if you're just a homeowner or a guy out in the woods and you want to build yourself a little cabin. Now this OSB's, or this plywood's got a little bowl in it from sitting out here and at the store and everything. So I got to kind of pound it down. Tight like a tiger.
Hey, this is Carrie, Dennis's wife. I'm interrupting really quick to ask you to like and share this video and to consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell. Now let's get back to my husband shooting this roof by himself. He's amazing.
I'm out of ammo again. That's why I put on my tool belt. Looks like I put some clips in there. Loving this new gun. No complaints. Oh my goodness. Awesome. That's all I can say. A bit my way. And by the way, this is 1/2 inch plywood. Yep, I'm using my straight edge and I'm drawing a line. All right. Again, I'm gonna have to make sure this is set good. I got a couple nails I gotta go on the other side on my scaffolding and nail down real quick. Oh, Harbor Freight. I got this like, I think it was 200 bucks 15 years ago. My main plank there's delaminated, so I put a piece of plywood on here to step on. It works. Yeah, but Harbor Freight, man, well, good investment. I think Lowe's has them. Last time I bought one at Lowe's, it was a pretty nice one. It was pretty blue. I liked it. All right. Looking good. Stirred that up real nice. looks like tops. Tops. Let's do it. Now I may have to do some shimming here. All right, we're going on the inside again. And you don't want it too tight because you want for movement. They usually have clips that you can put in these. Yeah, it doesn't have to be tight like a tiger. A little bit of space is good. Nice. Got her. This one's got to go a bit. I may have to knock off my good bracing back there. There we go. Felt to move over. All right, let me get resituated. Perfect there. All right, let's get you moved over now. I'm gonna throw them all off. All right. Let me. I like my bracing, so I don't want to take any more of that bracing off until I get some nailed down. Oh yeah, that's it right there. All right. I'm gonna move over to the center here. I can do my lines, double check my measurements. That one's right on. That one's off a hair. All right, let's get this one. May have to break the braces on the back. Loose there. Ammo. I got it right here. Yeah, I have one of those big old tool belts, that, like a rucksack. Special Forces. I'll tell you what, it's hard to run fast over that. It's just sturdy enough. It's got some wiggle to her because there's no shear on this end right here. It's only framed up by 2x and I got one brace there. Now the other end doesn't move like this because it's sheared up. Your OSB will shear up your building or your plywood, your sheets. But it's tough for what I'm doing. It works. Now I'm gonna have to push this one out before I nail her, so I gotta check this one here too. And you can see I'm down here. I'll hold off on this, make sure these are square first. I like this rough now. It's nice. I got to be careful out here. This ground around the cabin is all ice. So we haven't had sun in probably about a week or so now. And it's been really foggy, hovering at night along 20 degrees. During the day it gets up to about 35 degrees. So everything's really kind of weird out here right now, real slippery. Hey, let me explain. I made a little mistake up here. That second to last rafter, I put on the wrong side of the line. So when you put your mark down 2 foot on centers, you put your X on there. I put the X on the wrong side. So what I'm gonna have to do is go get my Sawzall, cut those nails of the subfascia and of the truss, and then move it over. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Hey, we're gonna make mistakes out here. Just like if you were doing it and say, hey, how do I fix it? This is what you do. Get to try out the new Sawzall. Let's see, I wish I had some long blades here, and I think I do in my other container. Right here. I've had this thing forever. Ah, here's a nice one. All right, I guess I set that up just in case. I was right on, wasn't I? I knew I was going to make this mistake, it looks like. Let's get back here. All right, folks, let's talk a little bit about safety. Here's my safety class. If it feels dangerous, don't do it. If you feel fear, fear is like fire. Fire can heat your house, fire can cook your food, and fire can burn you up. Fear is the same way. Use it the best way you can use it for yourself. If you feel something's not safe for you, and I'll give you an example. Every time that I've been hurt or something's gone wrong for me, there's usually that little voice, that little gut feeling that says, hold up, stop everything. And when I ignore that little voice, things go bad. So use safety to your discretion. You might see some things I'm doing here and you say, oh, that doesn't look safe. You're right, don't do it. Use your best judgment. I'm releasing myself from any liability. If you hurt yourself, I'm warning you right now. Be very careful what you're doing out here. This ground's all slippery, snow. You got guns, safety glasses, hearing aids. I mean, man, put it all on. You'll see me not using it, but you should use it. You know, just like my dad used to say, don't do as I do, do as I say. All right. nail that down? Yeah, I got a nail in there. Maybe she'll push over. Let's see. The right tool for the right job. Yeah, look at that. I gotta change up to some longer nails. Check. Right on. All right, folks, I'm back in business again. When you make a mistake, take care of it right away. Otherwise, it's gonna haunt you and think, I'll get it later. Nah, that never works for me. My line changes in there. All right, looking good now. Life is good. Then change these nails back. All right. Go. Okay, new line. Yeah, I like it. Today's lesson, safety, safety, safety. Don't feel safe, don't do it. Let's do a recap of what we got done today. Look at those beautiful mountains behind me, huh? Isn't that so cool? Yeah, that's what I get to look at while I'm out here working. Actually, I'm looking for elk. I'm looking for moose. I'm looking for deer, cougars, wolves. Yeah, that's what I'm really doing. All right, hey, let's look at what we did. All right, oh, those are my braces over there. I tore off the roof. Let's step back a hair. All right, we got her sheeted. Looking good. Yes, sheeted it is. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Doesn't look huge. Oh my goodness. That is, the interior is about 12 by 12. I got a 4-foot porch. Let's say the roof up there is 16 feet long. The building runners are 16 feet long. So once all said and done with the porch on there, I'm gonna have about 16 foot. And then, you know, right now I'm deciding if I want to put posts on the end here. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll just put some corbels right there. See right there? I might just put a corbel. Those are pretty beefy. That's not going nowhere. You know, and who wants to run into a post? I hate posts. You know, like in your basement, on your decks, on your garage. We'll check that out. There's the NC. Woo, 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 woo. Looking good. Well, this over here was a challenge, and I'll tell you why. Because somebody didn't get their firewood out of the way. I know that guy. He likes to make things hard on himself sometimes. All right, this side here, oh, there's my roof jack right there. I just put a 2x6, made sure I nailed into my rafters so that bad boy doesn't go anywhere. Don't just put it in the plywood. It's got to go in the rafters. Otherwise, you're going to go for a ride. So yeah, this came out really nice. I got a little vent that's going up on top there. So that's why you see the hole in the center. Next step, we're gonna finish sheeting this off. I gotta finish nailing it down because that other gun I had wasn't very good. So you'll get to see how the good gun works. I think you have been seeing. All right, let's see. Let's come on over here. Yeah, I gotta shear up this wall right here, which means I gotta put OSB on these pieces that are. I'm gonna frame that in up there. I don't know if I want to put a window up there or what I'm gonna do. Like I got a window going back there. But wouldn't it be cool if you had a window up there with stained glass? Because I got a lot of sun that comes directly right in that direction. First thing in the morning, bam, it looks sharp. All right, let's see what else we got. I got to finish cutting this window out right here. I just threw some, a lot of this stuff I have is scrap that I threw on the wall here. This is going to be pretty interesting. I got to sheet that up there. I got some cool framing going on here. You'll see. How about that? And again, here's that back side. The box side. Yeah, came out really nice. All right, folks. Well, happy Thursday. Sounds like everybody's starting to go home now. I hear some cars. Oh, yeah. Neighbors. All right, folks. Have a good day. Bye.